in the ocean, but if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I'm knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress it, gone flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
We could do it all night. We could go all night. Love in the ocean. If you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I'm knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress it, gone flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
We could do it all night. We could go all night.
How is everybody doing? Hey, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute. The girl got a new job, so the graveyard is kicking my behind. But I did have some things to say today, so I haven't been on YouTube, so I just want to come in and say hello to everybody. See how everybody is doing. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I'm back. So yes, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute. Your girl has been working. Okay, so I've been working. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube. And normally I'm gonna tell the truth to my people. I really don't like the holidays. I really like to pass November and December and move to my birthday month. That's January. So I'm trying to get into this holiday spirit now. Okay, so I don't really feel the holidays, but I got kids, so I do try to be in the holiday spirit for them. But I really don't really like the holidays. But I had something to say about G My. Hey, Queen Diva. Hey, Lou, how you doing? Hey, Byron. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope y'all are getting ready for these holidays. Because me, I've been busy working a lot, so that's pretty much the reason I haven't really much been on YouTube. So I've been working a lot. The graveyard shift is really kicking my behind a little bit, but I'm here, and so I had a couple things I wanted to say, because you know young Jeezy is getting divorced. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy getting divorced after 2 years of marriage and a baby, and then you know I haven't done a thing. You haven't done a thing. I'm just getting Christmas tree, so I'm a little late to the party, but you know I'm trying to get into it. And then you got Dywane Wade and Gabrielle Union is getting a divorce. You know, they've been separated. They say allegedly they've been separated. And then I want to talk about Judy and DaBrat. Allegedly, word on the street is they are separating too. They're separating too. That's my grandson. They're separated too. So, you know, Dywane and Gabrielle has been married for 9 years. And they say they're separated because they said Dwayne is cheating again, and I just want to know, is that how Gabrielle got Dwayne? Because was Dwayne married to Siobhan Wade, his high school sweetheart, and then she said Gabrielle came in the way. So how you get him is how you lose him. I'm just asking some questions because I did not think that they would be married that long. And plus, she talked too damn much. You know what? You never hear that much from LeBron James' wife. I don't even know what Savannah James sound like, because I think sometimes you talk too much about your marriage. It should be privately between you and your husband. And then we did not know that Dwayne and Gabrielle was sharing the bills until she came out there and said that mess. And then, because that's what she said, they share all the bills, because she got mad with Dwayne because one day when they were living in Miami, he said that was his house. And so I guess when they moved to California, she said, you will never get a chance to say that's your house. So that's why they're sharing the bills. So I just feel like they weren't gonna stay together, because I believe when Dwayne had that break baby, he called it, they don't talk about that son. They don't really, and I believe the reason he don't talk about that son is because of Gabrielle Union. Okay, I'm just my own personal opinion, and the views of the show is just Andrea, nobody else's opinion. It's my own personal opinion, my own observation of their marriage, because you don't never hear him talk about that break baby. You might see one picture with him, but you never hear Gabrielle talk about that child, that little boy. And I believe he's like 6 or 7, 8. I believe he's maybe about 9 years old now. I'm just saying, you hear her talk about Dwayne's kids before he got married, and then their child together, but you never hear about that break baby. And I believe because Gabrielle is uncomfortable with that. So, her 50th birthday, Dwayne wasn't even there. And you could tell when celebrities about to break up. Check their social media. If you see their Instagram ain't got them on Instagram anymore, they about to break up, or they broken up, or are they on a break? Because the first time people were saying, oh, Dwayne and Gabrielle ain't together, check their Instagram. And I'm just saying, check their Instagram, their TikTok, and their Facebook page. They ain't together, that you would know it, because they stopped following each other. Hey, Chef. Hey, Derek. They stopped following each other. So that's how I knew when Dwayne and Gabrielle is could be on the outs, because you check their Instagram, all he's showing is his children. He don't show her. And then for her birthday, he did get her a dry shout out. I was like, that's all he did for her birthday. So I'm just saying, and Dwayne and Gabrielle's been married since 2014. They've been married 9 years. They have a daughter together, and she is 5 years old. So I think what the problem in that marriage, she talked too damn much. And so what Dwayne had to come out and defend and come out and say, we would have never known that they split the bills if Gabrielle would never told us. Because Dwayne wasn't going, he doesn't sound like he talks a lot. I'm just my own personal opinion. He doesn't talk, he don't want to tell his business. And even when I watched the interview with Shannon Sharp, he did say that was one of his most hardest thing, telling his soon-to-be wife that he was having a baby with somebody else. Don't that sound like an Usher song, okay? Confessions, okay? That's like an Usher song, okay? Okay. I love confessions. So that's what Dwayne said in his interview with Shannon Sharp. He said that was his that was most of his hardest thing, telling his soon-to-be wife that he's having a baby with somebody else. And that's what Usher said in Confessions. I'm just saying, I love Confessions. So I just think the downfall of their marriage is because she talked too much. And I be asking myself, sometimes I think between a man and a woman, you don't have to tell everything what's going on in your marriage. I don't think the public needs to know everything. And shoot, a prime example is Will and Jada. we all saying they talking too much. Well, not Will, but Jada's talking too much. We don't all have to know what's going on in their marriage. And so I feel like the downfall of Dwayne and Gabrielle's marriage is she talk too much, she tell too much, and it ain't necessary for all of us to know all their business. So, and then I ain't gonna lie, I love Dywane Wade, but did it turn me off when everything went down with his first wife? Yeah, it did. It made me give him the side eye, because I'm like, if you're gonna get divorced, get remarried. I do think it has to be. You don't have to like each other. You have to hollowly talk to each other, but in front of the public, it should be a united front. And so, even though Dwayne's ex-wife has some issues, I felt like he was the man in this relationship, and if he had another woman, that's all good. You're getting divorced. I think he had a right to try to blend the family together. That's my own personal opinion, and my own personal opinion when it comes to co-parenting and coming to meet new spouses in a relationship when you're divorced. So that's the way I feel about Dwayne and Gabrielle. I feel like she, in a sense, almost tried to push his first wife out the picture, and she was the like the known person. Hey, Green Vegan, how you doing? I feel like Gabrielle wanted the spotlight for herself, and she didn't want to share the spotlight. Even hey, Frugal Mama, how you doing? With Dwayne's first wife. At the end of the day, them kids were here before Gabrielle was, and I think she could have facilitated a great relationship with the mom. It takes both people. So I just feel like Gabrielle was all for herself. And the prime example is when he had that break baby, and she never wanted that baby to be seen. Just looking at the pictures, just looking at when you see Dwayne, he don't ever talk about that son. And he had a relationship with that mother. So Gabrielle cannot say that Dwayne was a break baby. No, they had a relationship. They was friends. Okay. So obviously he cared about this woman. They had a baby together. So I feel like Gabrielle was a little insecure. I'll put it that way, insecure about the break baby having a relationship with Dwayne, because she made sure that baby was not around, and she didn't even mention that baby. And I just feel like that's where Dwayne should have stepped up and said, "This is my baby. Yes, it happened the way it did, but it don't have nothing to do with me and you." Hold on. So that's my own opinion about Gabrielle and Dwayne. Gabrielle and Dwayne, because you if you go back and check out his Instagram, you never seen that child, and I picked that up that she had a problem, and I still feel like she was insecure about being with him because he had a relationship with that child's mother. You still married him. You still married him. You still married him. You wanted to be with him. You still wanted to have a child with him. So you have to accept the man. And he didn't technically cheat on you because they was not together. He just had a baby with somebody else. So let me tell you something. I always felt like Gabrielle was a mean girl. I ain't gonna lie. When she was in them cheerleading movies, she was a mean girl, and I still feel like she's a mean girl in Hollywood. And then even when it came to she thought that she should have had the role of the one with Kerry Washington in what was that movie Kerry Washington, the movie that show Kerry Washington played in? I forgot. It was the show Kerry Washington played in, and Gabrielle Union thought she should have had that role. And I was like, girl, no, we wouldn't believe you could be that. What was the movie? Sandra. I forgot the movie Kerry Washington, the TV show Kerry Washington played in, but Gabrielle thought she should have had that role. No, I would have never thought that. I think Gabrielle's a mean girl. That's my own personal opinion. Nobody else's. I think she's a mean girl. Okay. And it shows every time she has a role, her mean girl comes out on the role. Just me when I see her on TV. And so now we got young Jeezy. Oh, that's what it was. Thanks, Chef. Scandal. It was Scandal. That's what it was. It was Scandal. She thought she should have had Scandal. And I'm like, you could play the Kerry Washington played Scandal so good. Gabrielle could play Scandal. Okay, I'm just saying. She played Olivia Pope. That's what she played. And that's what Kerry Washington played, Olivia Pope on Scandal. But now we got young Jeezy. Girl, young Jeezy is talking. Him and Jeannie Mai have been married 2 years and they have a daughter together. And now young Jeezy is divorcing Jeannie Mai. And I just watched the interview with him and Neil Long. You know, y'all know Neil Long. She was cheated on by the head coach. The head coach. And so she talked to Young Jeezy, and Young Jeezy is saying how him and Jeannie Mai went to therapy, and therapy didn't work. He was like, he was done. She said he tried, and it's the hardest thing he ever done in his life, but he's getting a divorce. And Jeannie Mai have said that she has some anger issues, and she talked reckless with her mouth. And so when a man in 2 years divorce a woman, whose fault is it? Is it the woman's fault or is it the man's fault? And word on the street is allegedly that Jeannie might cheat on Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy said he ain't never cheated. Young Jeezy said he ain't never cheated. So I was thinking today when I was watching Young Jeezy, and I listened to some of Young Jeezy stuff, but not all of it. Okay, some of the stuff is a little reckless. He sounds sincere. He sounds like he was heartbroken, and he sounds like he didn't really want to do a divorce, but he basically didn't have no choice because this was a bombshell in the interview. Young Jeezy said, "Real niggas don't cheat," and I watched it twice and listened to it, and Young Jeezy just pretty much gave what happened in his marriage away. Basically, Jeannie cheated on him. And so he was like, it was no going back. And yes, they have a baby. And yes, but he was like, there's no going back. And he said in the interview that he has to take care of himself. He can't take care Andrea tell them who. Oh, they said Jeannie Mai cheated allegedly with Mario Lopez. Y'all know who Mario Lopez is from Saved by the Bell? That's what they said that Jeannie Mai cheated with. They said she cheated with Mario Lopez, and I would think G's my first husband because I listened to Jeannie Mai when she's on the real. Okay, sometimes she got on my nerves, but on the real, she specifically said in her first marriage that she didn't want to have no children, and that's why her first husband cheated on her, and he had two kids. He left her and they got divorced. He had two children because he wanted children, and Jeannie didn't. And so for her to get in a relationship with Young Jeezy, get in a relationship with Young Jeezy, had a baby, cheated on him. And after 2 years, she getting divorced when she specifically said she never wanted kids. She never wanted to be a single mom. Jeezy really must be like, I'm done. And for him to do that, because most of the time, you don't hear a lot of men saying they're divorcing. You hear the women saying they're divorcing the men. So for Young Jeezy to get divorced after 2 years, man, that for me, I was like, something else happened in that marriage. What did Jeannie do? I'm not saying Young Jeezy is perfect, but for him, for Jeezy to get married, because Jeezy don't have other women. Jeezy got millions of dollars, okay, and Jeezy has had other women in his life. He had a fiance, beautiful women. But when a man marry you and you take his last name, that means something to him. So to pull his plug on his marriage after 2 years and a baby, it make you say, like Arsenio Hall say, what did Jeannie do that makes say Young Jeannie say, I'm done? So I was I was just thinking, where on the street is, Jeannie cheated on him. And no, and Jeannie haven't even said anything. All she said is she's working through it. Okay, that's all she said. And Jeannie has a big platform than young Jeezy do. But don't y'all think, and shout out to Chef, don't y'all think that for him to talk to Neil Long was genius? Because um I think it was genius for him to talk to Neil Long, because I was like, he talked to Neil Long. Neil Long ain't got no talk show. She ain't got no YouTube channel. But young Jeezy talking to him. I was like, that says something that Jeezy and whoever his publicist wanted everybody to know, because pretty much people gonna think that Jeezy done something. He didn't want to be married. He was tired of being married. No, I think this time Jeezy was ready to settle down. He was ready to be committed. He was ready to be the family life. That's my own personal opinion. I don't know all these celebrities, but I do watch some of their shows. I do watch them on YouTube and stuff. And so I'm just saying, and Jeannie, she already said she has a temper. She said that. She said that Jeezy a couple times had to check her about her temperature, about her anger, about her getting outraged. Now, truth be told, Andrea used to have a temper. Andrea used to fly off the handle. Andrea used to can act outraged too. But I know I went to therapy, and I know how to control myself, and I know how to sometimes hold my temper. Hey, lipstick vibe, hold my temper when I am about to say something that I should not say. And so I tell anybody I'm gonna take a time out. I'm gonna take a time out before I say something that I should not say. So that tool that when I went to therapy, my therapist helped me with. Back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, I was just fly, things just fly out my mouth. Things was just, I would just say how I really feel. I would just didn't give a damn. But as I got older, and as I would see, even when it came to my ex-husband, I would say things rude and disrespectful. And so when I went to therapy, I told my therapist, sometimes I say some stuff like rude and disrespectful. And she said, if somebody make me upset, start to say, hey, I'm about to get off the phone. Hey, I'm gonna have to start this conversation. I'm gonna table this talk until another day before I say something that I gotta come back and apologize to. So when I seen Jeannie Mai said she had a temper, I always thought she had a temper, but sometimes she always showed that she was a sweet girl, a sweet innocent girl, and ain't got a temper. And so when she said that young Jeezy had to check her temperature, trauma bonding a couple times, like what it said to me was she was yelling at him, and he was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm just saying, did she have that same situation with her first husband? Because you ain't just automatically have an anger streak, a nasty mouth. You obviously had to have it with the first husband. And you thought that you can bring that same attitude in your new marriage. And young Jeezy said, that's what you ain't gonna do. Okay. So so they're only been married 2 years, and they live in Atlanta. So I heard Jeannie has a high-profile attorney, and she's contesting the divorce. So I wonder, they go to court at the end of the month, and I wonder what all's gonna play out. And now we have DaBrat and Judy. Now DaBrat and Judy's been married since 2022, and they are allegedly, because I seen they preview for their new reality show, they are having some issues in their marriage, and they said they about to split up. And so, and then now DaBrat and Judy has welcomed their first child, a little boy. Now, I'm just saying, for me who watches DaBrat and Judy, I watched their reality show, and now they have a new show coming up, and it looks like for me that DaBrat is a little spoiled, a little rotten, and I don't think she anticipated when you have a baby that all that going out on a date, going out, me and my wife just doing things together. I think reality has set in, and now they're both moms that she's struggling with. The lovely dovey of the wife. She's struggling with she not getting like basically what Judy used to do for her, take her out on dates and do things. Now she's struggling with being a mom, and they can't go out on the dates, and they struggling to change diapers. And I'm like, I feel like DaBrat was naive about being a mom, because Judy already got 3 kids. Excuse me. Judy already has 3 kids, so she knows about being a mom. I think DaBrat was naive about being a mom, and plus they got 6 dogs, and I was like, girl, how you gonna do that? You got a busy wife, a busy life. DaBrat worked at the radio station. She is they're a mom now, and they got 6 dogs too. Oh, what did Derek say? Okay, Derek is against homosexual, but your life you choose. But the great news is the honeymoon is over. Perhaps that's what I said. I believe the honeymoon is over, and I believe it's one thing when you watch DaBrat and Judy. I'm gonna say this: when I watch that show, Judy is the most person who's realistic than DaBrat is. I think, and I think Judy was trying to say, "Are you sure this is what you want?" Jesseca. Her real name is Jesseca, but on the show she named Judy. Okay, I spelled Jesseca wrong. Okay, yes, but hey, Dr. Bombay, how you doing? But I'm just saying on the show, I believe that DaBrat did not listen to her wife about having a baby. I think she was not experienced in the sense of she thinking we're gonna still go on dates. When you get married and have children, it ain't all about we going on dates. We not doing this. And they new reality show is about to come on in the next couple of weeks. She was complaining, we haven't went on a date. We haven't did this. We haven't did that. Girl, you got a baby and 6 puppies. And so I believe DaBrat is naive about the life with a baby. Like, she been used to doing everything by herself, I'm just saying she's been doing everything by herself. Okay, what she say? When we see these young people speak like they like doing marriage, they suck at it. Their only vow is they own money. They same results. Yes, I agree. And he said, yes, I think DaBrat was naive about having a baby. I think she was naive about it. And life changed. I think she did not, I don't think she participated in the sense of a baby. She has to work. She gonna do tours. And then she was the one who was saying, well, Judy, ain't you gonna scale back some of your businesses? I think they're not realistic. You can't have a date with some kids. You can't have a date with kids. No, I personally think they was naive. Judy wasn't naive. Judy has 3 adult children. And I think she tried to warn DaBrat, but she didn't want to listen. She did not want to listen. And it's a balance. I definitely think it's a balance. What Derek said, it is a balance. But children do change you. I was young and naive. When I even got married, I did think, after we got married, we're gonna be going to the movies, we're gonna be going on dinner dates, we're gonna be going on doing this. And it was times we couldn't do that. And so having children changed you. You can't do all the things you used to do. And we used to go to the movies late at night when my daughter would be asleep because we can watch the movie because she'll be asleep. But it was a lot, especially I remember one time after I had her maybe about 2 months, we went to the movies. I was breastfeeding. I had to go to the car and change her. And I called my husband and said, I don't want to go to the movies no more. I'm done. This was a lot for me. It was too much. So I just think sometimes you not thinking about how much it changes. It's a challenging because you don't want to leave your child. We are always taught a woman with children does not want romance. What? She wants something. She wants help. And then now I ain't go. Wait, I don't know where you got that from, Derek. Okay, we want romance. Well, I don't let me speak for myself, but it's a lot. It's a lot of activities. Yes. No, speak for yourself. I want romance, okay, but I'm just saying it's a lot to put in being a new mom, and I think DaBrat was naive about being a new mom. I think she thought that it's gonna be roses, it's gonna be roses, and it's gonna be a dates and stuff. I'm not saying that she can't go on a date, but you have to plan the dates. You have to plan stuff. You just can't hop up like you used to. And plus, they're looking for a nanny now. They don't want everybody with their baby, so they have to find a right nanny for their baby. So, I just think I don't think that she was ready for a baby. Hey TC, how you doing? I don't think she's participated all the ins and outs that come with it having a baby. And I think as her wife, Jesseca should have prepared her, because Judy does have three grown children, and maybe she should have prepared her. What's up with DaBrat? They said word on the street is her and Judy is breaking up. Okay, so I don't think she prepared her as in the sense of motherhood, because when you have a child, it ain't all about going on dates. It ain't all about flying to the next country. It ain't all about going on vacation. You have a child now, and it's an infant. You have to be taken care of. And so I think that is one of the miss thing that DaBrat didn't understand of being a mother. She wanted to be a mother at 40. I think she was 48. She wanted to be a mother at 48 years old. And man, it's a difference for being a mother at 48 and being a mother at 22. It's two different. It's levels to this. So I think DaBrat was misled about being a mother. I think somebody should have had a real conversation and told her, "Is this what you really want to do?" Because they should have told her, and her and Judy just got married. They've only been married a year. You bring a baby in there, and after a year, that's a lot of pressure. So, I mean, what y'all think? Why y'all think that these marriages did not work out? Some of these people marriages did not work out. And Derek's gonna put the chat in the link if you want to say something. I have no problem. But I just want to know what everybody else's opinion was, because I always, excuse my grandson, but I always have an opinion about some of these celebrity marriages. But I always thought that Dwayne and Gabrielle was not gonna work out. Now, did I know how long? They've been married 9 years. Did I know how long they was gonna be together? No, I didn't. Did I think that they was gonna stay together? No, I didn't. And did I think that she was gonna be? Oh, DaBrat is 50. Okay. At almost 50. And she was misled by the struggles of the marriage and the idea. Yes, the idea of being married. She was struggling with the idea of being a mom, because first of all, in the beginning, she did not want to carry the baby. But her wife, Judy, had blood clots. She had blood clots, so she couldn't carry the baby. So DaBrat was already struggling about the idea of carrying the baby. She was struggling about the idea of being a mom too. And then she said she wanted to be a mom. Now, being a mom is a lot. It's a lot on you. And now her and Judy potentially, allegedly, might have to be co-parenting. So I'm just saying, is it can they do it? You know, a lot of people are trying to co-parent. Co-parent is hard. It's not an easy, but you know, hopefully what's the best interest of the child. You know, that is a thing. What's the best interest of the child? Hey, Derek. Okay, he didn't come back. I'll wait. Derek will come back. What's the best interest of the child? Even the Wades. Derek. I think your connection is messing up. Come back, Derek. Come back. I think the connection is messing up. But you know, having this is a lot. Having. Let me see. He's not there yet. Okay, he's gonna come back. But having okay. Hey, TC. Can you hear me, TC? I can't hear you, TC. You have to come back. Hold on a minute. TC, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. How you doing today?
I'm very tired, great, all the same time. But the afternoon to your chat. What is this about? I don't understand. She wants to. I don't understand.
Who are you talking about? DaBrat and Judy?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Hold on 1 minute. Okay, they said DaBrat and Judy are allegedly breaking up.
Okay, because
but pretty much she is they're having issues when it comes to there's Judy's having time to go on dates. They're having on their new reality show. It's going to come on next couple weeks, but they're having issues in their marriage now because I think DaBrat thought that being married, having a baby was gonna I think DaBrat was unrealistic about being a mom and being a wife, and the trials and tribulations that comes with that. Judy already know because Judy has 3 grown children, so she know being a mom was a lot. And I think now DaBrat feels like, and you watch the show, from my own personal opinion, DaBrat is a little spoiled.
But where does the dating come in? Like, I'm still not understanding.
Okay, she said that she was on their new reality show for to come on. She was complaining about they don't get to go on dates like they used to.
Oh, okay.
So she's adjusting to motherhood. She's adjusting from her wife was taking her on vacation, taking her on dates, taking her on trips. Now it has stopped because what they got is a newborn baby.
Okay. Oh,
and
okay.
So
yeah.
I think she was the expectations of being married, having a baby. She didn't realize that comes with the territory.
Huh?
You think so?
She don't realize. Is she what? Okay.
She's 50. She got a baby now and she's married.
Right. So I mean, you get married.
Uh-huh.
You become one with another person.
Yes.
That's what a marriage is. You're not single anymore. You're married.
Right.
Those single ways, single thoughts, and single whatever, that goes out the door. You know, that you work with you're working with your spouse.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, you that's the bottom line. So y'all check in with each other about things. You know, there's certain, you know, decorum and certain things that you all you know, talk about or have talked about. Um, and this is, you know, certain ways that you all go about doing things.
Mhm.
Um, and then you have a child.
Right.
Okay, so then you have a child. You can't always do the very same things that you did when you didn't have a child.
I agree with you, TC. I definitely agree. But I think if you watch the show, because I watch the show regularly, if you watch the show, I can see how DaBrat was naive about now we got a child, we're married. I think she thought that it was going
You don't get to be naive at 50. And I don't give a damn what nobody says. You don't get to be naive at 50. You have to learn how to be responsible, and you have to learn, you know, you have to learn that these are the things that are going to be expected of you when you step into these roles. So no, she's not naive. None of that stuff. She's not 23. She's not 20. She's not 30.
Mhm.
None of that. She's 50. Those, you don't get that. You don't get to have those excuses anymore.
Well, I mean that is the issue. The
Well,
issue that
that's sad. That's sad that they're gonna, you know, their whole entire marriage is gonna go downhill, um, because of a technicality that's built into. I think anybody that's been married and have children could tell you that the changes are gonna be there. Like when you go to couples counseling, when you
yes.
go to, you know, various, you know, aspects of your life, and you meet up with other couples who had children, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, they will tell you the same thing. So I don't know what to tell them, but God bless them. They have money. God, you know, God bless them. I hope it doesn't hurt the child too bad, and I hope that, you know, Judy will get over it.
Yeah, I do too, because I actually really love them, because I felt, to me, I see another side of the brat on the show. For me, I seen another side to her on the show. But in a sense, it was things that she was complaining about, and things that I thought she was naive about, and I felt like Judy could have helped her, but I think Judy has her own trauma of not being there part-time when she was raising her kids too, because some of her children complained that their mom was on the road hustling, trying to get the money up, and she wasn't there to be with them. It was with her grandmama. So I think Judy has her own trauma bonding, that she felt guilty for not being there for her kids.
Okay, so what's that got to do with DaBrat? I don't see. That's all hogmog to me. That's just
So what you think it is?
the lady. Listen, Judy had a business. Judy
Right.
was here and there. She was doing. She did her thing. She had to
Yes.
work because she had to provide for her children. So it was either
Right.
you stay at home and get on the system, or you had to go here and there and get somebody else to watch your children, and then you constantly grow your business. Which the freak one is it? So she chose to grow the business and let the children stay with someone else.
But
Okay.
they stay with her mother. But
Yeah, they stay with her mother, like many of people have.
it had affected her children in ways that the kids,
Okay, well they'll be fine. They didn't miss a meal. If it was the one that I'm thinking about, she ain't miss a meal. You know, like here's the thing: when it comes to being a parent, there's
yes.
no like it doesn't come with a book that says, "Oh, this is the absolute way." No, it's
Right.
not the absolute way. Everyone has a different set of circumstances, and people need to stop, putting their, in blaming, and then coming to blame later on. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Come on, like get over it, and. Uh,
I feel you.
You know,
I feel the
everybody wants to have a problem and there some kind of trauma. I think people want to be self-inflicted with trauma and things of that nature. I just think that it's all how my this is life.
same.
Life has to be lifing at some point in time,
Yes.
and everyone has a different set of cards that are dealt to them. And then at the end of the day, the cards get, you see the cards on the table, and then
Mhm.
somebody's going to win and somebody's not going to win, and that's
Yes.
just that. It.
I agree. I agree with you. I do agree. I think sometimes something, but I would say I do think that Brat was naive in the sense of having a baby, and a baby and wife, and now she thinking everything gonna be roll. We're gonna be going on dates and vacations when you have a third person with you. It's a lot when you have to work too.
She couldn't have thought that. And if she did, then I understand Lisa McCoy or whatever her name is. I understand her sister with the way she thinks, the way that if that's what she thinks, that she's gonna have it the same because she just had a baby, she just got married, and they also have other children, and their children have children. They have a very blended type of a family. They're also same gendered, and so like if she thinks that everything is going to be the same the way it used to be, then
Uh-huh.
something is seriously wrong, and she needs a couch, and that's just the bottom line. And that's
Yes.
just that. These people need some no excuses, but they just need some mental health because they're not really up here. They're not really working with a good deck.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Hey, Derek, how you doing today?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out of respect due to the mighty Andrea Lynch, Philadelphia Strong, TC Winfrey, how you salute to your chest. Chef Shapino, I see you big time. Yeah, I put in
Hey
the
Derek.
chat. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I put in the chat. Come on, man. You, myself, Chef Shapino, Miss Winfrey, all of us are over 40 years old.
Yes.
Everybody knows what they want out of life and they're stationed within it.
Right.
And if you're telling me that a 48-year-old woman that has traveled the world and is world renowned as DaBrat is, does not know the struggle of just, okay, you had a baby that you said you wanted to make sure the child didn't have no nappy hair, no dumbass stuff like that. But the fact that you having to deal with the struggles of everyday life, like us mere mortals, if she didn't know that was coming on, and I'm sure she had to deal with that in her own family before she got to be the brat, she's an idiot. So she get everything she deserved. With regards to Dywane Wade and Gabrielle Union, well, to me, I think it's good that they breaking up for the simple fact they poison that child to be something that would biologically not born to be. Then poison the mother, which is Siobhan. That's the mother's name. Poison her out of the children's life, and then you have a child with a stripper while you're with Gabrielle Union, and you don't even acknowledge the child that you had. It's kind of like karma to me regarding young Jeezy and this lady here. Well, what can I say? I guess if you eat the same hamburgers every day, you're bound to get tired. I don't know all the inner workings of why they broke up, but if it's true what they say, is that 5 out of 10 marriages in America end in divorce. We right on course. So there you go. So I wouldn't say I've never been married. So who am I to say what marriage is or isn't? But what I see is that it just don't work for the bulk of people in the country. And then you have to throw in the fact that these people are means. They are the elites. They well known and all the struggles that come with that. Do you really think you want to have a balanced, all American, apple pie, white picket fence kind of life? I don't think so. So to me, I think it's just destruction all over the place. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have gotten married, but with all the struggles that come with that, coupled with the fact that they are who they are you really surprised? I'm not. Now, the only marriage so far in recent memory that I'm actually pulling for, because I'm not really into celebrity stuff like that, is the beautiful, lovely, and talented Faith Jenkins. I hope she lasts 1,000 years with Kenny Lattimore, because old sorry ass Shantae Moore put their business out on the street when that boy told her not to do that. First thing she do is run to the internet. So that's the only one. So I hope Kenny Lattimore finds love, peace, and understanding for the rest of his natural life with Faith Jenkins.
Kenny Lattimore is married. He married to a judge and got a beautiful baby.
I said Faith Jenkins.
Oh,
Kenny Lattimore is married to Judge Faith Jenkins from Louisiana. I know that big time.
Oh, okay.
Let me get it out. Let me get it out before you start attacking, please. All right? Okay.
I'm just saying he's married to a beautiful woman.
I know that, young lady. I know that. That's why I said the lovely and talented Faith Jenkins. She's a judge. I know that. She did divorce court for a few seasons. I know that. I know. Okay. Anyway, but that's all I had to say about it. So,
do you think that do you think that Gabrielle and Dywane could have worked if she would have stopped talking about their marriage?
It was bound to fail. It was bound to fail because you on shaky ground to start with. Again, he was with Gabrielle Union and had an outside baby, and that's the reason why. Who want to talk about the outside baby? Nobody. The child didn't do nothing but be born. But the fact of the matter is, that's a reminder of him being unfaithful. She took him on anyway. But they're not acknowledging that child. You cannot do children like that and expect for you to prosper. You can't. And he don't acknowledge the child. So quite naturally, look, Ms. Lynch, I just tell you how I came up. If you don't acknowledge your children, you don't prosper. Period.
Okay, but what I was saying was Dywane didn't have an outside baby. What happened?
That was an outside baby.
No, they was on no, because he wasn't married to either one of them. He was on a break, and this woman
There's no such thing as that, Ms. Lynch. Ain't no such thing as no break. He was going with Gabrielle Union, girl.
No, they was on a break. It was on a break, so that means you ain't together. We ain't cheat. Anybody cheat?
Girl, it don't go down like that. Don't nobody want to hear that. He had an outside child.
Okay, I don't feel like that's an outside child because at the end of the day, that woman was his friend. So she wasn't no side piece. She wasn't no the have it. This was his friend. They had a baby together. He wasn't with Gabrielle. So I don't understand what she was complaining about because it wasn't no break baby. They weren't together. They got back together.
Miss Lynch, I just had one question. Why do you think then that they don't acknowledge the child then if it's not an outside baby?
Because
what are you ashamed of? What are you hiding from?
But Gabrielle has insecurity about.
He's a grown man, 6 feet 4 inches tall. Do you think she can challenge him on anything he does? He got his own money. Why does he not acknowledge the child, Miss Lynch?
Cause he wanna make sure what they say about a happy home. A happy wife is a happy home. So what I'm saying is he wants to make sure his home is happy. Men do this every day. Let's be honest and tell the truth. Men do this every day. So let's be honest and tell the truth. Men do this every day. If you want to make that wife happy, you ain't gonna talk about that side piece you had a baby with.
But in the case of that, like I said, again, it's just been my understanding. Salute to Chef Shapino. I'll just say my little thing here and then I'll drop. It's just my understanding based on my little life. You don't prosper when you don't acknowledge your kids, man. And this is why we probably having some of the problems he got. Because the fact of the matter is you have to be there for your kids. And at least he don't acknowledge them publicly. So
yes, he does pay child support. He does pay child support and take care of his child.
Okay, so he's throwing money at the problem. He's still not acknowledging the child, Miss Lynch, to my knowledge. So I'm as you know, I'm at work. I just want to say my little piece. No war with you. I don't want no smoke. And thank you for having me on your platform. All right?
We don't have no smoke, Derek. Okay.
Okay. Well, you take good care. I'm gonna drop down. Salute to Chef Shapino and Miss Winfrey.
Okay, bye, Derek. You take care.
Salute. What's going on, y'all? Peace, TC. Peace, Andrea. Peace to everybody in the chat and everybody within the sound of my voice.
Hey,
so, yo,
peace.
So, yo, let me just make sure I'm understanding correctly. Okay, because you keep talking about it's not an outside baby because they was on a break. So the question I posed to you in the chat was this.
Okay.
Were they married or not? Who married? The people you're talking about.
Okay, Dywane and Gabrielle was not married.
Okay, that was the question that I wanted to know, because there was that particular piece of context that was not in there, was were they married or not, right?
They was not married.
Okay, so now let me help you out. You said they were on a break.
Yes.
Do you have any details as to how long that break was?
No, I don't.
Do you know? Because I know that in terms of relationships, where sometimes now modern relationships, or even within our older middle age range, sometimes the on again, off again, or the off and on, we can always attribute an off and on time to the dating part of our relationship before marriage, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we know sometimes, depending on the length of time it's been, because normally I call it 180-day vesting time, about 6 months for you to truly, truly get out of rebound phase, right? Because
Okay.
sometimes you pop back in. That's the last person you smashed. So it would make more sense for you to smash your ex than some new person that you got to date, right?
Uh-huh.
So my question is,
Mm-hmm.
if that was going on, to me, that relationship was still ongoing. And within now, when you think about the total time space continuum dynamic of their relationship, it's an outside baby. The beginning of their relationship, their cosmic understanding of love, started at one point, and it's here at another point. So everything that takes place within those two finite spaces, those are bookends. That means it's an outside baby, no matter what you want, no matter what you call it. It's an outside baby, and it's not a negative term, though. It's
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
actually a negative term. It's just a situational, subjective term. It's nothing that some people don't like the sound of certain things. We're very gentle and tender nowadays, you know,
True.
but
True.
right. An outside baby, it's an outside baby. In certain places, I can't even call it somebody was born with a sack, with with a franken beans, right? I can in certain places I can't even call them a man because I'm gonna be misgendering them. You get me?
True.
So
True.
we're in that kind of society now where words that were commonplace, that were known for a certain thing, now they take on different meanings.
Yeah.
So outside child, outside baby, it's okay. I don't have any issue with that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Okay. But okay. Okay. But when you do have an outside baby, I believe the wife becomes insecure about the outside baby and and so to me, if she embraced that baby, she didn't embrace that baby. She made it like it's a bad secret. And you can tell in a sense how they portray that son. And I'm not saying is when I have seen people cheat, okay, and I have a friend who had a baby, an outside baby, but the wife embraced that even though it happened, they ain't together. The wife embraced that baby and still was kind to that child and was not rude. To me, I don't believe Gabrielle really liked people knowing about that baby, but she want everybody to know
And,
about her baby.
and exactly. And you see, once you say that, you're
Mhm.
literally providing validity to the point that I was making. She's treating the child like an outside baby.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? She's treating the child like an outside baby. She's literally trying to create what's called revisionist history, right?
Right. Hmm.
Basically delete that child's existence from the annals of of what's known in publicity. That's what she's doing,
Hmm.
which
But that
more so
baby
makes
is.
that child an outside baby. Huh?
But let me ask you a question.
Okay.
The baby is outside to her,
Absolutely.
and so
Okay.
does she?
But
I mean,
not to the baby's mother. Right.
right, but not to the baby's mother. That's that child's mother. That's her child.
Right.
And so Gabrielle Gabrielle's thoughts or whatever she thinks or however. I mean, I don't want nobody treating anybody, when I say touching, inappropriate touching, but beating and calling, cussing, fussing and things, and calling names and things of that nature. That's that's definitely out of order. But Gabrielle, who said that she was supposed to treat or is supposed to treat the child a certain kind of way? I mean,
okay, well, for me, okay, for
Wait,
me.
Can I jump real quick? I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. Okay,
When TC said, who says that she is supposed to treat that child a certain way, right? Now,
like
I don't
as her
always.
child. When I say a certain way, I meant as her child. That's what I meant.
No, I get it. The thing
Uh,
is, I don't normally go biblical, but I'm going to do it now, right?
Mhm.
mhm.
And both my parents, my mom's dad, my dad's dad, are both Pentecostal reverends in the church, right? So one of the things that happens is when you accept a man to be your husband, then what you do is you cleave onto that man and his life and what is his. Your children become his children become yours. You follow what I'm saying? So it is very important. That's why we make sure that the type of people that we're going to mate with, if we already have children, we always have to think about how they are with children,
Mhm.
Okay.
because that person will have to cleave onto us. In certain states, you marry a dude, he doesn't pay
Mhm.
his child support, you're going to have to help pay it. You're going to be
Exactly.
liable
Right.
for it too.
Right.
Which me,
Right.
right. And that's more of the Bible Belt states, right? Why is that?
No,
Because,
no. New York is notorious for it. New York is notorious for that. You
but
you
when I
be a
say that,
you be a person that's married to a man with children, and he somehow or another he gets sick and he can't pay his child support anymore, or he doesn't pay his child support anymore. Guess what? The new wife is going to be paying child support. Thank you, New York State, and it is not no Bible Belt in New York State.
Okay, but
that's
TC,
the origin.
don't you think? I mean, okay, if I get married to somebody and he has kids, I would think I'm going to treat his kids just respect that he treat my kids. So I'm telling you, she makes sure that son is not in any pictures. She act like he's a scarlet letter.
I don't know that to be true, Andrea, because I
Baby,
don't know that.
it's shown on social media. Come on now,
It's the
look at
truth.
it's the
It's the
truth.
truth. You may not
I
be
mean,
you may not
no,
be
and he's,
exposed to that truth, but it's the truth.
I don't get
You
down with,
realize that they discussed it
social
already.
media people can portray anything they want, however they want, in terms it pertains to social media.
Even,
I don't know that.
but even his mother, even the child's mother said that. Even the child mother said
Of
that.
course she would. Of course she would say that. I expect her. I expect her to say that.
If I'm married to a man and he don't show, and I have kids with, if I have kids with my ex-husband, but he only showing his new kids and ain't showing our kids. Oh, you don't accept our children. Your wife going. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But Dwayne Wade has children with Gabrielle.
He only had the little girl. That's her. He shows her. He shows her. He shows his two other kids with Siobhan, but the only child he doesn't show is the little boy that he had with his friend.
Okay, so what about the father? That's his child. So did he say? I mean, is he y'all are capping for him? So did he
Who's
say
capping for who? Wait, who's capping for who?
No, you're saying that she doesn't do certain things, but then he's the father. Did he say it? Is he pissed off? Because if so, I think that's between husband and wife, right? That's between husband and wife, correct?
If you talking like that,
between husband and wife, correct?
Hold on, say yes, but listen,
okay,
hold on, you asking that question, referring to Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, that shows you way the hell up out the loop. He's not in control over there, buddy. That means just you asking those questions.
That's a problem.
hold
that's
on,
his
but that's
problem, not
so,
yours
and
and
that's
not
why
mine.
that's listen.
That ain't
If
nobody's
we are
problem but his.
listen. If she thought about that, if she thought the way that you thought, she would not even have brought the conversation up. So it ain't for somebody to think like you. It's for somebody that's out there that thinks like them. And what I'm saying is that if you listen closely or understand the dynamic of their relationship, do you realize the manosphere, the red pill, the black community? Do you realize their relationship has been broken down and chopped up and discussed
Mm-hmm.
so many times because of the fact that everyone recognizes that he has relinquished or acquiesced his control to her. And
Done
each
deal.
time,
Then it's a done deal. Then
and so right. So what I'm saying,
so
so
that's
at the
something that needs to be taken to him, and he needs to deal with that. That's the bottom
so
line.
you say so you're saying we shouldn't talk about it then?
I didn't say that. I said it's not our problem. It's his.
So then that means that we shouldn't talk about it then.
No, what I'm saying is that it's his issue. If he thinks that it's a problem that and he's quite you think he's aware that the children are not that particular child is not in the picture, then he's the one that should be talking about it. What's going to happen otherwise unless he's the one that talks about it? What's going to be done unless he's the one that deals with it? What's
And
He
you
going to
have
doesn't
a
talk.
happen?
He doesn't
wife.
Nothing.
talk.
You have a wife.
He's been digitally castrated by his wife, and he's allowed it to happen.
Well,
And if he
He's
has
been
I
emasculated.
mean, if that is the case, allegedly, then so be it, man.
Allegedly. Oh, you definitely
Allegedly,
way out
I
the
don't
loop.
know. I don't. People do stuff
Welcome to
around this
Earth.
stuff.
I mean,
No, you're
I
welcome.
know.
Welcome to your earth. This ain't mine. This is your earth. This is not my earth.
He
In
started
terms of
painting his
his,
fingernails.
it's
He
his
started painting his
responsibility.
fingernails
He
behind
is
his wife.
accountable for it, not anybody else, and he's the one that's supposed to be.
I do know this happened. This happened more often than people want to talk about it. This happened more oftenly when people have affairs and have babies. The wife, if they go back to that wife, work things out, the wife acts like that child is not important. It does happen. People don't talk about it. It does happen. I have heard people talk about it. It happens, and
What
that's
happened?
it happens.
What happens?
When people have affairs and have babies and they act like that baby's not existed because they want to make the wife happy. That's not fair.
Yes, absolutely. I do believe. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It does happen. I've known it to happen in real life. Like me, I know people, and I've known people who have had relationships, blended families type situations. I have known that to definitely be the case. I am saying that I don't know that to be the case. With them, I don't know them. That's all I'm saying. I don't know them. I don't know that to be the case. All of that stuff. I do know that.
On Dwayne since he got in the NBA. I knew he was married on his first marriage. I knew what happened in his first marriage, and then I seen when he got with Gabrielle. It was two different levels to this.
I put it to you this way.
I know when he had that break baby. And the funny thing about it, I keep saying that woman was his friend. If you want to keep it 100, he have said they was friends. So I'm just saying she was his friend. It wasn't like she was a side piece. They had a relationship as friends. So obviously that tells me if you was friends with this woman, it's a cracking you with Gabrielle relationship. FYI.
Oh, okay. Then come on, Dywane Wade, say something, bro. Come on. That's what I'm saying. He said something before. I mean, so then get a divorce.
I watched his interviews. He said when he told his wife about the baby, it was the hardest thing he ever did.
I mean, it was the hardest thing he ever did, meaning that he had to say that's not something that she should be doing, excluding his baby from the various activity or events in the family's lives.
Well, I look.
He said that was hard to do.
I'm gonna be honest. Do I think Gabrielle's a mean girl? Yes, I do think she's a mean girl. Okay, I'm just my own personal opinion. Andrea Lynch's own personal opinion. I think she's a mean girl, and I think I will say this: she made sure that baby is not that baby. If if Dwayne want to be happy at home with her, he don't mention that child because wives do that. Okay,
Gabrielle
Yes, I
controls
do
the
agree with
optics
you.
within that family.
Yes,
She
I
controls
do
the
believe.
marketing and optics within that family, which means that what gets seen is what she controls.
What she controls.
Okay.
Right.
And I
Which
do
means
agree
that it
that
all
there
comes
are
through her.
wives. I do agree that there are wives that do that, and husbands that allow the new wife to do that. I know those situations. Those people are gonna have to deal with that situation. I know people who it's absolutely happened in their families. I just don't know about them. The only thing I'm gonna say is that I do have a personal relationship with them, and that that's the reason why I just think I'd look at it differently.
Okay.
But that's just
Because you have to.
well, yeah, of course, because when you have knowledge of certain things, you have to then take a different course of you have to move differently. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I
agree
can't.
with you.
I just can't. I no.
Okay.
But do I know people who are relentless, and do I know women who have been relentless because the husband had a child outside of their marriage, and he didn't, for some odd reason, have the courage enough or didn't understand the Bible, like Chef is talking about, enough to say, "Hey, chicky boom boom, look, this is, you knew this," or whatever. I don't know if the child was after they were married or
No,
before
the
they were
child
married.
before they was married.
Before they were
Right.
married, right?
So,
So I
Before they was
mean, but
married.
he, Chef knows the Bible. I mean,
but
and
yeah,
Chef,
but TC,
and I mean, so just pick up the Bible if that's what they believe in, because I don't know what their religious affiliations are, and then they go by their religion and their book of choice of religious teachings.
so,
That's what I'm saying.
TC. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let me just say something real quick, right? Because this is important, and I got to talk some journalist stuff, right? So I say this: what happens is, what you do was you said everything that you said, and you participated in the discussion where you defended certain things or you said certain things, right? But then now what's happening is at the end, what you're saying is that because you may have some sort of relationship with them, it's tempering the way that you view what you're seeing and stating what you're stating, right? What that's called is bias. Now, let me help you out. You see the conversation with DaBrat and Judy, right?
Hmm.
My brother, we have a studio downtown, all right, Atlanta.
Hmm.
My brother, who's partner, he's the head of the studio. He was the lead producer in So Def for around almost 20 years.
Hmm.
Some of the Brat's music was produced in my studio. Okay.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay.
so what I'm stating is that I didn't pull up for any of that talk, right? I didn't pull up because I recognize my bias and I recognize, you're not gonna hear me do Usher talk. My brother produced Usher's Yeah and a few things from the Confessions album, right? I don't stick around for certain kind of talk because I recognize I'm an industry dude, right? I'm an extra music executive. And so I recognize my relationship. So what I'm going to do is, in order to maintain part of my integrity, is I'm not going to speak on certain topics because then some of my bias may show or some of my love or loyalty for that other person may show. You get what I'm saying? So now I get what you were saying, but now your desire to want to dig more, like, wait, so why does that mean? Maybe it was him, maybe it was this, that, and the other. Now I find out at the end that, oh, your deductive reasoning and ability to investigate was spurned on by a level of bias.
No, it's not
Bias is a
bias. As
good
a matter
thing.
of fact,
Bias
no,
is,
no, no,
bias
that's
is
not
the
true
thing that
because
make you love
I stay
somebody,
neutral. No, because I didn't. No, I stayed neutral, and I never said that one person was this versus one person that. I said that I did not know that any of that to be true, none whatsoever. There is no bias. I didn't say that he is this or she isn't that, or she is this and he isn't that. I don't know it to be true. And all I'm saying is that the responsibility lies with him. If in the event that this young lady is the way that she is and manipulating the way that she is because of an outside child, then it is he that is responsible and accountable to make changes in that situation. That's what I said.
Well, okay, so all we know is what they talk about. Okay, so what we know is what happened, and we know it's document that they don't show that child. So it ain't like let me be honest. It's not like the mom don't want her child to be shown with his father, okay? Because it is pictures with him, but it ain't no pictures with him, Gabrielle, and all the other children. So what I'm saying is you can tell it's a bias somewhere in the family. And if it's the father, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's the father, because why I would say that? He was friends with this woman. So obviously they had a connection. So obviously if they had a connection, they had a baby together. It's got to be the wife. And her name is Gabrielle Union. That's all it is. I know men who would act like they don't have that baby because to make that wife happy because she's unhappy.
But that's wrong.
It seems like she found out about the baby later.
That's wrong. There's no way. Like that's and I know that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like she found out about the baby later.
Yes, when he was almost due. Yes. So I feel like this is the thing. The downfall of their marriage is how people always say, my mom used to say this, how you got them is how you lose them. The downfall of their marriage is how she got them anyway at the end of the day. Do I think that she played a part in the downfall of their marriage? Yes, I do. Because let me tell you something. If you the new wife, okay, and the way she let Dwayne treat the first wife, Come on now. Well,
your mom saying is absolutely correct.
So
your mom is that's 100.
So my thing is it always say how a man get another wife, how you treat that first wife, or you might have the same situation going in that second marriage. So I'm just saying I never thought it was gonna be a lasting long relationship. I didn't predict it was gonna be this long. But I'm just saying is it's because of even when Dwayne said about nobody knew Dwayne and her was sharing the bills. You know who told that? Gabrielle Union told that. And then Dwayne had to come out and say and tell the reason why they sharing the bills.
And it was I saw that and I thought that was just horrendous, but yeah.
Dwayne had to come out and say, well, I had a house in Miami that I bought, that I had before her with my first wife. Okay, let's be honest and tell the truth. And then he said they had an argument. He said, this is my house. And then when they decided to move to California, she said, you will never say this is my house. It's going to be our house.
Right. And I thought that was a little for her.
It's like some of these
Gabrielle, I thought she was wrong for just coming out and then to take it like that. I mean, you have a spar or you have an argument with, and he said, okay, that's my house. So what? Like, come on.
So now we're getting to you. And that's the point. The thing is, if she is that much,
that particular piece of information, I heard her say out of her mouth. I heard that.
Yes. Okay.
So I get that. So as far
you don't know what I'm saying, though. Wait, you don't know.
But listen, I get that. That part,
yes,
I thought it was horrendous, and I thought it was terrible that he had. I thought it was terrible. I didn't even think he came out about a house. Hold up, he came out about a house. So come out about your damn son then, if that's the case.
Well, he didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Andrea, can I jump in real quick? Because I'm still gonna get to the point I was saying. The point that I was saying was, TC. The point I was making was this. Okay, watch this. If she was capable of doing what it is that you agree that you heard out of your own mouth. Why do you think that she would not be capable of controlling the
I
narrative?
didn't say that she's not capable of it. I did not say that. I
I
said I
didn't
did
say
not
you
know
said
of that.
that because you didn't believe. I'm saying you stated that you didn't know if it was true, but you just told me
Exactly. I
that you
don't
saw
know.
some. So right, but you just showed me some other controlling marketing shit that she did with the family. So that means you know she's capable of it, but you just need the facts
No,
because
I listen. What she said is what she said, and I am responding, and I'm agreeing with Andrea on that in reference to the house because of what she said out of her mouth. And I'm coming to a conclusion and an observation in reference to the house situation because I thought that that was absolutely just that was out of order. It was unnecessary and quite frankly trifling.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Time out, TC. Now, if you think that's out of order, come on. Let me tell you
And
something about.
trifling.
Okay, let me tell you something. I know my mama. She run her house. Okay, my daddy do run the outside. But when a wife runs the house, so if she's capable of saying that, she is capable of doing much more.
And if he's capable of coming out on social media and saying and explaining certain things, then he should be capable. If that's the case, he
Mhm.
should be taking care of the situation with his child because
He
absolutely
no,
that's
no,
more
hold on a
important.
minute. Hold on a minute. Dwayne is not a deadbeat daddy. He pays child support. He do take care of his child. But the difference, and I'm gonna say it again. The difference is okay because he shows his daughter what he got with Gabrielle. He shows his other two kids we have Siobhan. Now, why he don't show the son that he has on that call Break Baby?
I have
It's
not a
levels.
clue.
It's
I,
levels to
I would
this.
love to. I would
Why?
love
The wife
somebody.
is
I
not
would love
happy.
someone to ask him and say,
The
"Look, what's
wife
going
is
on? Why
not
is this
happy.
okay?"
The wife is not happy. The wife is the common
But who
denominator.
said? Wait, but who said he was a deadbeat dad? Because I never
Nope.
said he
I'm,
was.
I'm not saying he ain't because he not. I'm just saying I want people
Oh,
to know
okay,
Wayne is not a deadbeat dad. He takes care of all his children. So I'm
okay,
saying
yeah, yeah, he is.
there's no question about that. But
Yes.
when you show pictures, he only show his daughter and the daughter that he has with Siobhan and the son. Okay,
Hmm.
he don't show that son. He don't show that middle child. That middle child is that break baby. Okay,
Hmm.
and I'm saying
Okay.
that is facts. It's facts. We're not. I'm not making this up. I ain't lying. I have watched Gabrielle, and let me tell
Okay.
you something. I know Dwayne because he played at Marquette. I've been watching Dwayne since he joined the NBA and who he was married to
Hmm.
first. I followed their
Hmm.
story. Okay, I followed Siobhan and his story because I was the Dwayne Wade fan. Okay, until he got this Gabrielle, I wasn't a fan no more. Gave me the side eye to him. So
Hmm.
I'm just saying, I've been following this brother since he
Hmm.
was in college, and so I know his story. He even came out, and when Siobhan, he was living in Siobhan parents' house while she was in college, and he wasn't. So it's not like I don't
Hmm.
know this story. I know the whole story, how everything went down, and how I'm saying for a new wife to go in this picture, you have to make the situation a better. You have to try to be the peacemaker in this. When your husband is not, even if I
But
was
that's
married,
not her child. That's his child.
you
That's
love the
Dwayne's
man, don't
child.
you? If you love the man, that's a part of you now too.
I agree. If is the big
Not
word there.
everybody else
If
gonna
is
think
the
that
big word. But
way.
if it's not happening,
Mhm,
if is the big word here, and if it's not happening, then
mhm.
the father has to step up and say, "No more. You can't do that to my child.
And I
Stop it."
believe that that's why they're breaking up right
That's
now.
all I'm
That's
saying, and that's
remarkable.
what I'm saying. Dwayne is responsible. He has to be the one to tell this chick stop playing these reindeer games because it's not cool. And this is my child. This is my offspring here. Don't be disrespectful. Talk to
Yeah.
her like he talked to us on social media about the house situation. Do that. It's his responsibility. That's his child. Is she right if that's what she's doing? Absolutely not. It's not right for anybody to do some shit like that. I mean, any co-parent or not co-parent, any parent or person who gets married to someone who has children to treat the person that they married child in a particular way. That's unacceptable.
But it happens.
He is, but just like if it was my father and I went to his lady's house, which I did last year, Andrea.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
To his lady's house, she treated me with the utmost respect. You know why? Because my father, who art in heaven, my father is passed away, but my father made sure that people treated us a certain way.
Yes, but what I'm telling
Never
you,
ever. So if she's
wait,
doing
wait.
that, but wait, if she's
You're moving the
doing that,
goalposts.
she's what?
You're moving the goalposts, TC. Listen, let's
No,
talk.
I'm not.
No,
I'm the
no, no.
same
I know.
way
I could
that.
tell you 100% why if you allow me, and
Okay.
you'll get why I'm saying that. When I say you're moving
Okay.
the goalposts, I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
There's times where we have shows, or there's shows, right, that exist on YouTube where men are talking to men about what they should do, because y'all say that men should not be telling women about what they should do on YouTube or telling women what they should do. So Andrea was delivering a set of accountability to Gabrielle Union and her behaviors. But what you're doing is you're saying, why are we even talking about that? He is a man. We ain't talking about that. This is girl talk. This is not Truth and Balance. This is not Chef Shapino's channel, right? This is on Andrea's channel, because she felt that she had something to say to a woman, excuse me, in regards to a woman's behavior. So the conversation ain't about Dwayne right now. It's about her being the stepmom, being the woman that's married to him. So Andrea is delivering her accountability. But what you're doing is saying it don't matter. It's all about him. And what that means is that you're taking away an opportunity for a woman to tell a woman about herself. Y'all don't want men to tell women about themselves, but when a woman is doing it, what you're saying is, what about the man? So then that throws everything into a conundrum. Because, okay, the man ain't allowed to say nothing, but then when the woman says something, then the other woman would say it goes back to the man. She is speaking to the mother. She's speaking about the woman. Remember, Andrea is a foster care parent, 20 plus years, which means that her job has been to love, take care, and nurture other people's children. Whether they was crackheads, whether they was dead, whether they was this, that, the other criminals, abusive, whatever, she had to love on all of these people's children, right? So her perspective is going to be based on her bias. She don't know them. She doesn't have the relationship that you may have with the Wade family in whatever way it is, right? And whatever way it is, okay, cool. But in terms of her bias is a woman that will love a child, whether she never seen them before. You see what I'm saying? And then adopt them on her own dime into her family. So from that perspective, she's talking about how a stepmom, okay? Because technically she's a stepmom. She's speaking to the responsibility of a stepmom and holding her accountable. Because many good women do believe that a man, put it like this. My lady asked me, she'll ask me, hey, you spoke to your son yet? You spoke to your daughter yet? You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm going through stressful times, she'd give me a holler and ask me, hey, yo, you holler at him yet? Okay? She, on my 50th birthday, she snuck him into town, flew him into town, and had him in town from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning until about 7 o'clock at night. And I had no idea. You get what I'm saying?
Good lady. Right. And we know that to be, and we know that to be true. And we know that to be true.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
And so I'm with that.
And so Andrea is talking to that. She's talking that good. It's not about the men right now. She's talking about that making the good ladies better or making average ladies better. So I don't think watch this. Now I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna sound like Princella. Fuck them niggas. We ain't talking about these dudes right now, man. These niggas ain't important right now.
And
And she's talking good woman stuff, and I don't want to salt the conversation with about what we don't do, because many times, yes, there's Pookies, there's Ray Rays, and then there's regular dudes. Nobody's perfect. But right now, she's speaking to the sisters. This is on Just Andrea channel, so her engagement is more women. My engagement, it's more men. Okay.
And I have a dog in the fight. Remember, my kids had a stepmama too, and she didn't treat them well all the time either. Okay, and I had to check my ex-husband a couple times and tell him, like, check this out, your wife. Okay, talking to my kids a little crazy.
It's out of order, shit.
Out of order. And do you know what I told him? Do you know what I told him? I said, when you divorce this heifer, I use other words, but I'm gonna say, when you divorce this heifer, she ain't gonna know Veronica's and Quentin's name. I guarantee you. Why? Because she don't care about them like me and you do. These are our seeds. And do you know that stepmama don't call them? Do you know that stepmama don't call them to right now? I predicted this. I know what I was talking about. I seen this. And so what I'm saying to me, for me, as Gabrielle Union, as a stepmama, it is your opportunity to blend the family together. The man's already got a lot on his plate. So for make the happy, but they say a happy home is a happy wife. That is true. I know that for a fact. And so what I'm saying is it wasn't, she don't show that child. It obviously it's a sore spot to her. She's insecure about it.
So
and it happens in real life. Other women go through this, and I even told my ex-husband, if he ever had a baby on me, I would feel the same way. So this ain't nothing that I'm making up. I would have the same feelings that Gabrielle too. But thank God I have never had to go through this.
But so see, okay, and I appreciate that, because here's the thing. I think I do understand what Chef is trying to say in reference to that this is for the sisters. Here's the thing: all sisters aren't the same,
right?
Just like Dwayne, just like Dwayne. All brothers are not the same. Dwayne is definitely not he is nowhere near the type of man my father was.
Right.
Nowhere. Right. Not a 1, not a 2, 3, or 4. He probably down there in 8 land to my father.
Right.
My father didn't tolerate. See, my father didn't tolerate that.
Yes. And what I'm saying is,
now, so all women and all men, are definitely not the same. And once we acknowledge that, then there has to be some movement then.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, you're right. All women and men are not the same. But what I have found out is,
you keep bringing it back to the men, and this is a woman conversation, man. And she's
it's not. I never
Why
heard,
are you bringing us into it?
No. I never. No. First of all, I never heard Andrea say it's a man's or woman's conversation. I never heard that. Now, what these other people in YouTube land, when they're screaming and shouting and things of that nature, in their little conundrum of fighting and whatever. What they do, men speak with the men, and sisters speak with the sisters. I get that too, but we're just having a conversation about somebody who is outside of us.
Yeah, but okay. So my thing is, how do I'm gonna say it again? If you want to make your life happy and your wife and making your because let me tell you something. It's a sister we're dealing with. Okay, sisters can make a life living hell for a man. Let's be honest and tell the truth. Okay, come on, man. My mom been married 52 years. Come on, it was times when my mom was making hell in the house because she was mad. Let's be honest and tell the truth for my daddy. Okay, that does happen. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna make the life a happy wife, a happy life, what you gonna do? Because if you don't say nothing about that baby, you ain't gonna make the wife happy. And so I'm just saying is, and I believe in my heart, you can't tell me you can't change it. Gabrielle has always been a mean girl. Bottom line, I don't care how much great things she do. She got a mean girl spirit.
Mean streak.
Mean girl, no, a mean girl spirit. A mean girl spirit. Yeah. She has it. She has it. And every movie she plays a mean girl. So I always felt like she had a mean girl spirit. So let's be honest. And so when Dwayne told he having a break baby, that's not gonna make her happy. That's not gonna make her secure. You married. This is my thing. If you married him knowing that he had a break baby, you obviously said you wanted that man. You loved him.
But the baby came afterwards, correct?
No. She married him after he found out about that break baby.
Oh, they married after. Okay.
They married after.
Yeah, y'all said
So
that.
If you take that man, you take everything come along with him.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
I'm just saying, you take that, and this is the thing. You ever heard this? I will say this: LeBron and Savannah been married with 20 some years now. You don't hear some. You don't even know what Savannah's voice sound like. Not everything don't have to be. Everything don't have to be for the public knowledge. Everything does not have to be for the public knowledge. What happens in the marriage stays in the marriage.
Well, thank you.
All this, it's that modern woman. I want to talk about something. Find a hobby. Because be honest, go back to Will and Jada. We all are tired of Will and Jada. We don't want to know their business.
True. I'm tired. I'm tired of Will and Jada.
I'm tired. Some things don't need to be said. Some things stay between a man and a woman. And when you emasculate your husband, I feel more sorry for Will than Jada. To be honest, my personal opinion, I feel sorry for him. Because my dad used to say, you will make a man be a henpecked man. And I didn't understand what them words mean, but now I understand. When you emasculate your husband, tell all your business, and for everybody to be judge, jury, and execution. Now we all got an opinion.
Right. I agree with that.
Something.
So can I say something about Will and Jada real quick? And I agree with you, Andrea. I'm sick of them.
Yes.
And I do believe when they first came on with the infidelity with the other guy, the young boy, yes. I really felt sorry for Will at that point.
I did too.
I mean, I had heard little things here and there. I'm in Philly. We hear blase to the blase. Of course, you hear stuff, and therefore, whatever. However, when I saw him, and I saw his response, I felt very bad for him. And I just hope that they would never come back with just that BS anymore. But it keeps coming to the surface. But
I'm from the old school matter, and I tell my daughter and my son that y'all are too much information. And yes, I'm a little nosy, and yes, I be on the blogs too. I do. But to some things, I just don't need to know, because I think it should be left between the husband and the wife.
Yes.
And I praise young Jeezy. Okay, I praise him, even though he giving some blimbos, but he sure ain't giving all the details of what's going on in his marriage. I will give him credit for that. Because I thank you to Jeezy. We ain't got to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just something you don't ask between a man and a woman. If they break up, divorce, whatever, it stays between them. Some things children don't have to know, and every adult don't got to know. Because you emasculate that man, because when you do, you make everybody look at him in a certain way. You make your kids look at him in a certain way. And the one thing that I remember all the time is telling my children their daddy was always their hero, even at 25 and 24. Their daddy is still their hero. Right. He is Superman. He can do anything. But when you do that to your kids look at you a little different. Your kids, your mama, your family look at you a little different. When you let your wife, because a wife must to be beside the man, behind the man, not in front of him. Because he's still the pillar of the family. Then it's her. Then it's the kids. It's an army to this. It's levels to this. And when you treat the head of the household, because he is the head of their household, that's just fucked up. Now I don't really say stuff like this, but that's just fucked up. And I know men, I know real men that don't get down like that.
I certainly do. And the other thing is this with Will and Jada, the I think it was, and maybe it was, I think it was corrected later. One of the children said that they wish that Tupac was their father.
Yes, the daughter did. The man is dead. He wasn't even alive when she was.
Serious?
Yes, she wrote a letter to him. How do a daughter praise another man when she has a father who's always been there taking care of her? That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
That's out of order. That's definitely out of order
on so many levels.
Right.
Because we see what black women say, we want black fathers in our kids' life. We want black fathers to take care of their kids, but yet still, daughter is writing a letter to Tupac, who's dead.
Unbelievable. I was floored then, but anyway, I thought that was a disgrace, a dishonor, and very, very distasteful.
Yes. Who says that too? Who says that?
Oh, God.
That's that mama. That's that mama. Because right now, my daddy is still my hero. So that's that mama. She cultivated that relationship. The mother did.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, her book right now is cultivating a dead man. She even said she was engaged to Tupac, but Tupac was already married when he passed away. She over there, people are showing that she been lying in her book.
Oh God.
And that's why I don't believe half of the stuff that she say anymore. I had enough of Will and Jada. And I this is funny to me. She was down in Atlanta, Candy, Yandy, and all of them down there praising her book. Y'all are black women married to black men. Would y'all do that to y'all black husband? Answer that question for me. I think not. And if y'all think
praising Jada, they were praising Jada for what about the book? That it was a good book?
Yes, they was down there said she's worthy. I said, I can't believe y'all successful black women think this is okay.
They didn't read the book.
Successful black women think this is okay to do that to y'all husband, but I would guarantee you, ain't no one gonna. Yandy ain't gonna do it to Mandisa. Candy ain't gonna do it.
That's right.
Candy ain't gonna do it to Todd. So I'm just saying, it's we gotta be accountable and respectful to. We want black men to be in their children and their children's lives. We want black men to take care of their kids. When they do take care of their kids, that you show a little disrespect. I'm just saying. Don't talk about black men not taking care of their kids when the wife is being disrespectful to her husband. And I take accountability for myself. I might, and I used to tell my mother this. She would say, I don't like your husband. You know what I used to tell her? You can say whatever you want to say about him. Or don't you say nothing about don't you say nothing to him about my children in front of my kids. Because at the end of the day, that was my husband. I'm the only one can say what the fuck I want to say about him. Only me, because I was his wife. I didn't allow my mom, my sisters, my brother to say anything about my ex-husband in front of my children. Because that is still their hero, period. Mm-hmm. So what Jada did to Will, I feel I would divorce her right quick. It ain't a amount of money to keep me with her. It ain't a matter of money. I will be telling my lawyer whatever I can do to get out this marriage. I will pay it. Sometimes all money ain't good money. And this will I'll be at the divorce lawyer real quick. Just my own personal opinion. Because how can he come back from this? We look at him totally different. So I'm just saying, I hope Gabrielle changes her ways. I hope whatever relationship she gets into, that she would want the next man to treat her daughter the way she should, the way
Wow.
she should be treated, because
Okay.
she's gonna get into another relationship if it's true that her and Dwayne is headed for divorce. She gonna get another relationship, and she's having a daughter, and she gonna want the man that she with to treat her daughter as the princess that she is. You reap what you sow. Be careful how you treat somebody else's kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very mindful how I treat somebody else's kids. And I told
That's
my ex-husband, I told her, I said, when you divorce the heifer over there, she ain't gonna know your kid's name. And right now, the lady don't even call my kids, wish them a Christmas, a happy birthday, nothing, because she don't give a damn. All she wanted was the man. She didn't want the kids.
So that's real too, Andrea. And there's a lot of women that are out there that pose as they want the man and the children, but they only really want the man.
Yes.
You know, and it's really, and you know, it's a sad state of affairs, because give it the other way around. We tell men, you have to take the whole package.
Right.
A man could meet a woman and he's a single man, never been married, you know, good, you know, potential, you know, has his career, you know, and maybe, you know, he has been married and divorced, had a child or whatever the case may be, but he's single and she has a child or 3 or 2 or 4 or 5 or 6. You got to take me and my children. It's like a demand. It's like a conversation that's had even before the man even says, you know, I'm digging you. The conversation is, you got to accept me and my children. Like, oh my gosh. But yet and still, when it's the other way around, it's this, you know, it's just not right, because the conversation is not had that way, that same way, with that same kind of energy for the woman to have to, you know, you got to accept my children and as well.
Right. Yes.
And it should be. If women can demand without even being together for a week, that the man has to, you know, this is a package deal, you know it, and and everybody's telling them, you know, she got 5 little ducklings attached to her, you know, that means you got to take care of them too. And he don't have no choice. And then here we go with the sisters, and that's the conversation I would love to have. Like, you know, women, it's the same thing. If a man has a child, you have to treat the child with respect and honor and dignity. I'm not saying have the child, if the child is being disrespectful to you, that you should take it. I'm saying treat the child nice and be kind to that child.
Yes. I feel like it's the same respect you want for your child.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt. When you say that all you expect is for that man to be kind to that child, right? So what? I just want to make sure I'm clarifying what this. No. Wait, let me just clarify. I want to make sure.
I expect that the woman be kind to that man's child. Be decent to that child.
Do you think that's enough? Let me. That's why I said that I wanted to quantify my question and qualify it so that I didn't send you in the wrong direction, right? So you understand that there's fathers and mothers have 2 different tasks, 2 different resonant responsibilities, and things that they do more optimally than the others. The mothers provide the nurturing, the warmth, the socialization, the what else is it? You know, the culture of the child. The fathers provide and instill certain principles and things and modes of or rules of engagement on what takes place within the child, right? Cool. What I'm stating to you is, if you have a mother in that home who provides all of those things, not just being nice and cordial to the child, there's deeper responsibilities than just giving them kisses and telling them good morning, right? So if you take on this man that has children and you choose to cleave onto your husband and become his helpmeet, And what that means is you also cleave on to his other appendages, which are his children, which means that you should be willing to not just be nice and not cuss him out. No, you should be wanting to improve the children that are appendages of that man that you have become one with. That's why I keep stating that Andrea is speaking to the responsibility of the woman. She was talking to Gabrielle as opposed to speaking to Dwayne. We already know about Dwayne. We already understand his inherent weaknesses and all of that. So if we know that he's weak, then she's talking to the strong one. Why do we have to keep talking about what the weak nigga ain't do? You see where I'm coming from?
Well, I understand, but what I was saying in reference to be kind, come on, Chef. I already know that there's more to it than that. As one is has gotten into the relationship a little further down the line. Okay, we already know that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about initial and I was making a comparison to when a woman has children. The first conversation is this is a package deal here. The same thing with a father who has children. It's a package deal. Okay? No, not just treat kind and be kissing. No, we know it's more than that. I know it's more than that. It's way more than that. But a person has to show a heart, has to be kind, has to be nice, has to be gentle, has to be understanding. There's certain things initially from the beginning, just from the beginning. And then as the relationship between the man and the woman continue to grow, or the husband and wife continue to grow, then of course that relationship with the children will continue to grow as well. So I'm not demeaning and saying that it's just going to be, kissy, kissy, hi, bye, and then that's it. No, it's way more than that. I know that. You come on now. It's me. I know better than that. And I am better than that. You don't have to tell me or even quantify or nor qualify what a child will need and what grown people who say that they're in relationships with each other, when they know that the other has a child, what they're supposed to be bringing to the table for that child.
Well, Candy Cane says, what then when you have a woman that's genuine and good and she still gets dogged out?
Oh, well.
You see, that's a whole different conversation. We're not talking about the woman's feelings. We're not talking about the man's feelings. In essence, what we're talking about is the child.
The child and step parent.
We're talking about the child. So you get what I'm saying? I understand that conversation, but I think that with all due respect, that particular question would be when we're talking about what a woman should do in certain situations. But if you automatically say, well, what if the woman does what she's supposed to do and be dogged out and she still gets dogged out, then I would push back and say, so what? So you're saying they shouldn't do it at all? You get what I'm saying? There's always a negative thing that can happen. There's always an opportunity that I could go to my car, go to the driveway, go to my car, trip off the curb, bump my head on the mirror, bump my head on the floor, and then I'm gone. And my kids have no father. There's always some type of situation that's not supposed to happen that's going to happen in life. That's a yin and yang of life. You get what I'm saying? But we're talking about the kids and how she chooses. The funniest thing is she knew about his kid before she knew about her own.
Exactly.
Okay? That was the only one there. She knew about that child before her own. So this was a decision that was made way early. This wasn't made 2, 3, 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. She ain't even have a kid yet.
Yeah, she did it.
So that child was in a place, and that child sat within a dynamic. So it started from way before. But then she accepted the child from the other. There's so much that's related to it. And then you go to, the child that made gender-based decisions, right? Mm-hmm. there's a lot of levels to it. And she's controlled a lot of levels to it. And I think it's kind of important for us to keep the context of the conversation to the person that's being considered the one that's in control. Okay, if we talk about the person who's in control and decisions they're making, let's talk about that person who's in control and decisions they're making, and let's not sit there and say why the man should have done what he does. Listen, there's a lot of men that's not there. Y'all talk about the Pookies and Ray Rays and the single mothers. Okay, so do the single mothers ever get held accountable for the moves they make, or we just talk about it's because the man wasn't there? Well, if you say it's because the man wasn't there, then what you're doing is you're putting all the power on the men, which means the woman can't do anything without the man. You see, and that's one of those red pill, blue pill arguments I don't want to get into, but when you have a safe space where a woman is speaking to what she feels or how she feels a woman should act, I totally believe that, we don't need to bring the man up because we already know, okay, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So if you choose to be the boss, then you have to pay the cost to be the boss. And you have to live and die on your sword. And you have to understand that, with every conquest, with every positive, situation that you've gone through, you also have to fall on your sword when you take a defeat. That's what leadership is.
Yes. I think that she still has deep hurt feelings by him having that baby. Okay, and you can say all you want to say that she got healed. No, I think it played out in their marriage. And when my therapist told me this, when you can't forgive somebody, especially when you have a husband cheating on you, when you can't forgive, the science tell you why you can't forgive. It's every argument we have, we bringing up the situation. I personally believe she didn't forgive. She was angry. But she still loved the man and wanted him. But she didn't forgive. And so this is her
forgive. How do you forgive? How do you forgive? How do you forgive somebody that didn't do anything wrong? See, he didn't do anything wrong. Y'all broke up. You said they was on a break. They was on a break. So what is she forgiving? You allow that person who you're with, your mate at that time, and you allow them into the environment, then guess what? You have to take whatever comes from that situation. You can't resent him for that. You let him go. He wouldn't have done that if not for the situation that you put him in. So it's like, where's the accountability? I hate using that accountability word because people like to use it, but where's the personal accountability? Where's that person saying that, yeah, I messed up, I effed up? That's the thing that I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like, all of this would not have happened if they had not.
If he would have done that or not. We can't say.
So, but he didn't. The thing is, but you're saying we don't know if he would have done it or not, but he didn't.
We can't
say now you're crafting a new reality.
No, I'm not. You said that had she not put him in that situation, he wouldn't have done that.
Wait, already.
We don't know
right. But what that means is asking for the break. If she didn't ask for the break, then he wouldn't have been with anybody else.
It's a break. It's not a divorce.
Okay.
You're missing it. Wait, Andrea. I want to answer, Andrea. I don't want to get you up. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. That doesn't
mean you go out and you can. That doesn't mean that somebody's.
They weren't married. They were not married. PC. They were not married. She asked for the break, and when they were on the break, he got somebody else pregnant. They were not married at this point. She chose to marry him with that child. That's the point we keep trying to make. I don't know if you're catching it. They were on a break that she asked for. And during that time, he ended up being with somebody else.
That was his friend.
That was a friend of his, and he ended up being with her, and they created a child together. Okay?
And then
Gabrielle asked for that, but what you're saying is that, oh, who's saying maybe he would have still had that happen without that?
No,
I
that's
mean, we can
different. I'm
make
thinking
everything.
that they
Man, he
were
could have
married.
turned
No,
into
no,
a
no, no, no,
dragon
no,
and
no.
grew
I'm
wings.
thinking that they were married and
No,
they asked for a break. That's what
No,
I was thinking.
no, they was not married.
no. But
They
why
was
would
Okay.
you assume that he asked for the break? You see what just happened there?
I said I
You say,
no that they asked for. I didn't say he did, and it doesn't matter. Whoever asked for the damn break, that don't mean that the other one goes out and has sex with everybody in the world. I'm just saying that
no,
I
we didn't
thought
say everybody in
that,
the world. There was
that
just one that we know of, right?
okay, one is enough. That's everybody in the world to a woman and
Come
some
on,
men.
man.
So don't.
Okay, now you on some BS, child. Now you on some
No,
BS,
I'm
and you
not.
know it. I
You
know you
don't.
laughing
You
right
no,
now.
that's not. That's a
We
deal
know
breaker.
about one
That's a deal
person, but
breaker.
now
In
you
some
use one person
no,
that you know of as everybody in the
that's a
world.
deal breaker in some circumstances. If you go, and
Come
some
on,
people will
man.
be like, if you have sex with somebody else, that's it. If it's 1 or 1,000, it don't matter.
They
That's
were
a deal
broken
breaker.
up. They were
Okay,
broken
I
up.
hear that. No, I get that. They were broken up. That's different. I got it. Okay.
But I'm just saying, okay, because I mean, I can use my own real life. I'm just saying, my therapist told me when you don't forgive somebody, she still had feelings of resentment towards him about this situation. Okay, and you could tell in this marriage, you could tell this marriage was doomed from the start. I'm sorry, it was doomed from the start because she talked too damn much for me anyway. But this marriage was
I
doomed.
think he loved her more than she loved him.
Mm,
Mm,
wow, that's
He
it.
pined for her. He pined
Okay.
for her. He fell
yes.
in love with her. She was a celebrity. She was cute, beautiful little dimples, nice teeth, cute little smart smile. You get what I'm saying? And
Don't
it was like,
vilify
yo,
dimples, please. Do
hmm?
not vilify dimples. Okay.
No, dimples is dangerous, yo. I like dimples.
No,
Dimples
they're not.
dangerous, yo. Dimples are motherfucking dangerous. They add accent and texture to a smile, right? So
Yeah.
he was a fan. He was a fan.
Yes.
Okay, if Instagram was around back then, he would have been pulling up in her DMs. He
Exactly.
he was a fan, and she recognized that, even though throughout his career and hers, he had more money than her.
Right.
He was a fan. You feel me? So sometimes
Mhm.
the way that a relationship begins, that positioning, just like in negotiations, your
Mhm.
position plays a major part on what you ask for, what you wish for, and what you demand, right? And what you will accept.
Right.
And so
And
the thing is, he was already walking into that situation. He was already sitting at
Enamored.
a point,
Enamored.
enamored, and sitting in a
Yes.
place
Gotcha.
of negotiation based disadvantage. So
Gotcha.
she
and
came through. She came through with all her friends, and you know what I'm saying, and her stylists and her
Mhm.
publicists and her image consultants and makeup
exactly.
artists and this, that, and the other. Now, before he could just take a picture and talk shit, and then so you got married with him. Now his skin looked good. They got compound. What is it? Foundation on his face, and now he looking beat up. Like, yo, you see what I'm saying? This is a powerful
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm gonna wrap this up. But I would
Mhm.
say she was insecure when he told her that was my house. Okay, she got offended. He said that, and that's why she said when we go move to California, oh, it's gonna be our house. I would give a damn if this was your house, and it's our house now. I'm living up in here.
I know, and I thought that was so. Oh God, that was so childish.
Right,
That was so
childish.
childish.
To
Come
be
on now,
51, to be
girl.
51 years old, to say, oh,
Right.
come on now. I'm like, what?
Golly. It's
Childish.
controlling. To me, that controlling.
So, okay. So there back again what I said. She's controlling this whole narrative within. Okay. And then it don't happen that she's over there with Tia Mauer, who just divorced her husband too. I'm just saying. My mama used to say, birds of a feather flock together. Now she done left her husband. She cried about she can't find a good man.
They're
And
crazy.
I
I don't know where they're looking, because I mean,
and
I don't know
I
where they're
didn't know
looking.
what was going. So Corey been with her since she was a teenager. 20 years, 28 years they've been together. And so now you want to divorce him? So I'm just saying, now her friends are TMI. I'm just saying, Mama said birds of the misery loves company.
Here's my thing. Don't say that you can't find a good black man. Because I don't placate to that. That's not even
Well, TMI just saying
where they looking? Where they looking?
I don't know where she looking, but she had a good husband.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, exactly.
She had a good husband. She had a good husband. I'm just saying. He was doing everything with her. She had a good husband, but she said she wanted out. And now he got a new woman. And she can't find a man.
Listen, he's a good looking dude. He's a good looking dude. He's still got his youth and all of that. So it ain't gonna be hard for him to find a woman. There's dudes that got half his looks, 1/3 of his looks, that can bag anything up, got ribs like a champ. You feel what I'm saying?
And none of his money and can still bag them. So yeah.
Right. The thing is, it's about what the particular women that he chooses at this point wants and are looking for.
You got a white woman now. Just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, technically, he had one before. If you call her black, then you call her white too. Think about it.
You know what?
What? I mean, no. Listen, hear what I'm saying.
Yeah,
his wife. She
was okay.
You feel me? It's like they was biracial anyway, so it was like
yeah. Okay.
You know, it is what it is.
Right.
But listen here. I just came in to pop that noise, and I want to thank everybody for popping through over here. I got some lamb chops to marinate and situate and all of that stuff. I'm cooking tonight.
All right.
So peace, love, and light to all of y'all. Thanks for pulling up to Andrea's show. Yo, you killed the game. We're gonna make a shit ton of clips, yo, because you was anointed. All right.
Yeah.
Somebody got touched the hem of your garment, fam. But yo, hold it down, TC. It's all love all the time. That's what we do.
Listen, thank you for everything, and I know that you are an excellent chef. So don't let any look. This brother can throw down. I know he can throw it down in the kitchen with the lamb chops you getting ready, because everybody can't do lamb chops. So I look forward to seeing a posting of your cuisine at the end of this.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
But hold it down, y'all. Peace, love, and light to everybody listening. I'm out. Great show, Andrea. Peace.
Okay.
All right. That's good. That was fun. That was good. I enjoyed that. Yes.
So, I sometimes have the pressure when it comes to the holidays. So, like, hey, hang out with your family members, hang out, do something, go to the movies. I don't really care for the holidays, but for some reason, I'm in the holiday spirit this year. I got get some stuff for the kids, and I'm doing better for the holidays this year. I'm making my mom's favorite dessert. So you guys have some good fun. And I know people go through the depression, people gonna be lonely. Just spend time with your family, spend time with people who love you.
Yes. So right. Who love you and love on you.
Who love on you and celebrate you. If it ain't with your family, girlfriend, your guy friends, spend time with people who love on you. I know this time of year people get lonely. It's the holidays, but spend time with people who love you and love on you. Because
and Andrea, and one last thing, can I say this, please? Philadelphia has their first female mayor.
I heard.
Good. Yes, Lord. And we'll talk about it later, and because we're gonna have some discussions about it, and maybe a little,
And you should. I sent something to you this morning. You should check it out and leave a comment. I think you would. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not necessary because here's the thing.
Okay.
I am at a place, Andrea, where I don't deal with simpletons.
Okay.
And so people can have their, everybody in this world. Oh, I have a right to say what I want to say. Okay, you have the right to the consequences too. So I am here because and I faithfully walk with the sister because I first of all I know perfection is reserved for God and God only.
Right.
Okay. Nobody is going to correct this crazy situation in Philadelphia overnight
Right.
or even in 8 years. Howsoever, there are some things that can be leveraged and
Right.
leveraged for the future of our future of our future.
Right.
And there are things that we need to do immediately, like right now,
Right.
that can help leverage some things.
Right.
So I'm not delusioned.
Mhm.
I am not looking for a Christ to come save me out of any of these people.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know that's not me. And nor am I a victim. Okay. I make my decisions, and some of my decisions have been faulty and not so good. And I have what? Consequences.
Right.
And I'm okay, and I stand in it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's okay. I'm only dealing with we're dealing with transition at this particular point,
Mhm.
and transition teams and
Mhm.
getting people in places. Because I've said this many a years, Andrea. If you're not at the table, then you're on the menu.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Chef, I just want to say, Chef, Cherie Street was in the house, and a whole bunch of folks, from all types of organizations and everything were in the house last night, this morning. And of course, it was a landslide. Just remember,
Mhm.
she was up against two Caucasian males who are multi-billionaires,
Mhm.
and two other females who their husbands are multimillionaires,
Mhm.
and she is not.
Wow.
So yeah, so just so we
Multi-millionaires. They was multi-millionaires, and she is
yeah
not.
the husbands of the two women that ran against her were multimillionaires. The
Wow.
two men that ran against her in May were multi-billionaires,
Mm.
and she killed them.
Well,
That's because
obviously the
black
people feel like.
women.
Mhm.
That's because black women and
Yes.
black men, strong my brothers who were
Mhm.
in the house last night,
Mhm. Mhm.
are like, listen, we got to make some changes, and the change begins with us, all of us. And
Right.
I appreciated her. She had her ex-husband there, and
Mm.
she said, I want to say a thank you to this man right here. We
Mhm.
made this beautiful prince right here, and
Mm.
we can co-parent. And he's in his household and I'm in mine, but we co-parent. And I
Mhm.
say, you go, girl. You daggone right.
Right. Right.
Okay, you can co-parent, and they do an excellent job. And Andrea, I know, because I'm right next to the situation.
Yes.
It's not
Okay.
something she's saying. Trust me, okay. When I have to, all that, okay. So yeah, so we, it's all good. Everybody can love you, boo. It's all
Right.
good. And you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And
Right.
just like me and you, I love you dearly. And
Yeah.
if we have a disagreement about what's that chick's name? What's that ding dong's name? What's that girl we were just talking about with
Gabrielle
Dwayne
Union.
Wade? Oh, her.
Gabrielle Union.
She. If we disagree, that ain't got nothing. We're gonna disagree. But here's the thing. Me and you,
Yes. We good.
we thick. That's
Right.
that.
Right.
You
Right.
understand? So yeah, so I'm gonna have disagreements with possibly the new mayor's some of the things that she's gonna say, but I will tell you this. I
Mhm.
was one thing about it, and one thing for certain, and two for sure. One thing I love about her is that she can be approached, and she will listen to some real reasoning, some real stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what we need.
yeah.
Welcome.
That's
Congratulations
all
to
we
you.
need. Yeah,
Congratulations to
thank
her.
you, thank you.
Look, what I say, I told that person, I said, look, it's politics. Let's be honest and tell the truth. We get in that positions, and we want to do the best we can. But when we get there, we gotta play the politics too. And so I do
Right,
understand. And I'm not belligerent or not a dumb when it comes to that. We get in there and want to do the best we can, but when we get there, we got to play the politics too. So hopefully we can leverage what we can and what we can get done. But it's still work to be done. Period. It's still
right.
good that a black woman is in that office and she knows
Yes,
what we're going through. So
absolutely.
So yeah,
99 male mayors. Now we have we got to do something a little different. And that's okay. And trust me, we have some checks and balances that are in place as we speak as of 4:00 today.
Amen.
It's
Thank
a
you
whole...
for sharing me out. I appreciate it. Okay, I got to go, but I love
Okay, y'all.
everybody. Y'all have good. Look, I know
Thank
the pressures go through this holidays. Spend your time with people who love you and love on you. Don't be by yourself. Go to the movie, do something. It doesn't matter as long as you get out the house. I love y'all.
Take care, Andrea.
You can
Take care, sis. Oh yeah, and Lise says she's gonna be calling you.
Okay. Bye, you guys. I will see y'all soon. I got to work tonight. So I will see y'all soon. Okay. Bye.
Love in the ocean, but if you wanna go insane, either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal? Do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I know your attention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb the way you dress and gone. Flex and hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage. You got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
We could do it all night. We could go